So Words of Atonement... Words of Atonement is a film that shouldn't have happened, to be honest. It was my Media Arts 2 project. We had a totally different movie that we were doing, and a week before we were going to shoot it, everyone was like, we can't do this. And I was like, we can't do this. This is way too ambitious for a 2-day shoot. It was this really big adventure film.
You know, we needed a 2-day shoot, and you wrote a script for 4 or 5 days. So we couldn't squeeze that in. So right then and there while we were sitting, we had to conceive an idea.
But we had World War II actors lined up for it. So knowing that we had access to those, Kurt came up with this story based off of an idea that, an actual historic event.
A Christmas in Italy. A campaign that's not really shown on film in any degree. And then around the Christmas holiday where soldiers on both sides had a tendency to put their differences aside. So I ran that idea by you. You liked it.
We were like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's do it. That was a dumb idea. It's something that probably never should have worked out because there was less than a week before we were going to shoot this large-scale World War II movie, and I knew nothing about history, knew nothing about directing large groups of people, and we didn't have a script.
We developed it into a script and a story, and again, we filmed it in 1 day.
So there's no reason why this film exists today, other than the fact that there was an awesome crew, cast, and God up there that was looking down on us and was like, I want you to make this film.
What is my name? Oh, I'm Mike Atile. I was the Jeep driver.
And I'm Gary Oswald, and I was the sergeant of the convoy.
I'm Steve Costa, and I played the medic, Warner, in the film.
I'm Phillip. I played Erich.
I'm Andrew Klinger. I guess I was Nazi number 2, and...
I'm Chris Ortega. I was the machine gun loader.
My name is Hosu Lee, and I was a script supervisor.
I'm Kevin Malseed, and I played a random GI.
Matt Thackray, and I played... Well, I came really late, and they gave me a costume, said, oh, be an American soldier. And I had no idea what they were talking about. I was like, okay, I'll get in the back of this car, and whatever. And I was basically just an American soldier.
I was an American soldier in a convoy that was passing by that happened to get captured by German soldiers. And I was one of the friends of the main character.
Kurt Eberling Jr., and I was the producer for Words of Atonement.
Hi, my name's Phil Carroll. I'm the director of Words of Atonement.
Setup, location, preparation. That was great. You'd never really done something, and again, on a small scale, it was sophisticated. Well, we needed to turn Tenement Park, the little open area, into a European farm. Having spent many summers on a European horse farm, I sort of kind of had an idea what farms looked like. So with a little bit of work, hollowing out tree branches, getting my world-famous fake barbed wire, we created a farm backyard. And it really worked out well. And it looked very realistic.
You know, the crew was excellent. I mean, there was nobody slacking anywhere. You know, you always have that 1 or 2 people who just say, No, we even had Reggie running behind us with the microphone, remember that?
Yeah, that one point, Reggie, get your damn head out the way.
Him and that big bro head. Love you, Reg.
Everyone knew exactly what they were doing with their specific job, and it just made it work.
My favorite part of it was when we were down that basement giving the ending. Actually, that was a lot of fun, that part.
The last thing you guys were arguing about was, Gary, you slammed the map down on the hood. And then, Mike, you said, why don't you slam it a little harder? Yeah. Yes. And then you said,
shut up! I'm trying to figure out how to get us out of this shit heap if we just follow.
Then it's back to Mike.
Shit heap? We wouldn't be in this shit heap if you knew how to read a damn map.
Well, that's shame. What are you? Are you driving? You should know where the heck we're going to. You're driving.
That's all I'm doing is driving. You're the one reading the damn map.
Well, what about driving through the minefield? You didn't even see the damn sign.
No, I couldn't see the sign. You know why I couldn't see the sign? Because it's hidden by the trees. And there's nothing but trees. And you know what? This tree looks like that tree. This tree looks like that tree. They all look alike. You know why they look alike? Because they don't have any damn leaves on them. You know why there are no leaves on them? Because it's winter time and I'm freezing my ass out here in a Jeep with a guy who doesn't know how to read a damn map.
Now, so what do you want to do with the trees? Let the Germans blow them all the hell out so you can see where the hell you're going?
Well, no, I wouldn't have to worry about the damn minefield or the trees if you knew where the hell we were going by reading the damn map.
Oh, all right. Blame it on me now.
I am blaming it on you. It's your fault.
No, it's not my fault. You were driving.
Oh, Buenavir.
Cut.
For me, the favorite part of the film was watching you all do your thing. Watching you and your film crew go in and film this film. You knew what you wanted going into it. Even though we had to work and play with the script a little bit, but you and your crew were fantastic. And it was just a joy to watch you guys create this film.
I think my favorite part, besides your mom's meatballs, which were excellent, by the way.
I forgot
So if you're listening, good job. I guess the fact that to sit there and look at the fact that we brought everybody together and brought everything together in one day and shot the whole thing, it was just that amazement of accomplishment. You know, it was just, you know, I just couldn't believe we got it all done in one day. It just amazed the hell out of me. But I think that's probably the one thing I'll remember more than anything is the teamwork that was there.
I can remember all of it. It's like, you know, I don't even need to see the film. It plays in my head whenever I want it to. Probably when a shot is finally done and the super extra safety is done, you can move on to the next thing.
And cut. Good work, guys. That's a print.
I'd have to say my favorite part was just filming it. It was fun to get out and do that. Something I had never really done before. And it was just a lot of fun to do.
On set, my favorite memory was there was at one point 3 cameras rolling and I had to vlog all 3 of them. It was really busy, but it was really rewarding. It was a lot of fun.
Scene 2, take 14, camera ABC.
Camera B's rolling.
And action!
Alright, last shot was scene 2, take 15, medium shot.
Mainly the action part. The action sequence was pretty involved. We didn't really think, we didn't think this action scene would be the most involved it was, but there was like 2 or 3 cameras going on. There was like 8 people doing 8 different things at one time, and it was really cool.
My favorite part was the ending.
Mine was watching that cigar fall out of his mouth every time. And then him picking it up after it's been stepped on.
Angry! No!
Cut. Back to 1.
I wasn't thinking of that because that was not favorite for me. That did, by the end of that, that was tasting like awful mud. And
every time Phil would say back to 1, I'd go,
oh shit!
There goes that crappy cigar back in your mouth, Gary.
I enjoy playing the bad guy. Though I have to say that when I got the storyline, I really didn't want that to be the storyline. I was glad the ending turned around.
The highlight that stands out to me is the actual surrender scene, where all the GIs are lined up against the wall. None of them, the GI reenactors, none of them knew what was coming.
We thought it was going to be something else. We fooled you, didn't we?
We had told Gary at the last second what you had planned, your idea was, and only K-Mike knew about it.
The ending was definitely amazing, you know. I mean, it was just something that was unexpected.
So when that shot, first take was done, the natural reaction that we got out of the reenactors of the, oh my God, was as natural as it could get. That stands out the best of me.
My favorite part was when I ripped the Americans out of the Jeep. Beat them up.
Yeah, you kept telling us to go back to this scene. I was like, okay, we're winning for once.
I have a couple different favorite parts of the film. One of them is the wide shot of the barn where the kids are sitting there and the trucks go by. I just think that's a really awesome shot. Another one of my favorite parts is when Sniper Douglas Baker, he's pulling the one dude out of the Jeep and he like throws him onto the ground and reaches down and takes out his knife and then does this cool CQC thing with the knife. And the way it like cuts together, it's just like really fast and awesome.
My thoughts when the jib fell were, oh crap. it's gonna cost Doc so much money to fix, / the shoot's over, / Phil's movie is postponed as of right now until God knows when. I was like, this really sucks.
I mean, you know, like at first I heard the weights go, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I looked at Kurt, and his face was like, oh!
Well, actually, Kurt was he was grabbing like this for it.
When the jib fell, I was like, oh shit.
Shit!
Well, that's not good.
Oh, can I say shit?
Yeah, that's fine. And then, like, I think it was Gary started saying, like, well, someone go help him.
Oh my God! And I run over, the other guys run over, Gary's like, what are you guys doing? Everyone go over there.
My heart kind of raced because there's this big piece of equipment. I just felt bad.
For some odd reason, the weights let go. All 100 pounds of weight slid and hit the ground. The jib, it shaked and it vibrated and it fell. What am I going to do? I tried to jump up and catch it. That didn't work and it hit the ground. My first and only thought was the video recorder. Oh God.
We grab a hold of the recorder, we're trying to fiddle with it, get it off. Sniper Dog's there, he's like really trying to undo it. And it was just a really intense moment, and the jib took the fall, but Kurt was okay.
There was a plus side to it. I found a weakness in the original design of that one and completely redesigned it to which now we use now. It's taller, stronger, and better. So yeah, sometimes something goes wrong, which on a film set, lots of things do go wrong from time to time. Equipment does fail, but there was a plus side to this one.
My favorite part of the movie was when we got captured by the Germans and I got knocked over. I thought that was the funnest because it was kind of exciting, and then I kind of felt like a soldier, and then it was like physically fun.
I heard you use some profanity in there too that wasn't in the script.
Well, you didn't really give me a line to say, so I just thought I'd ad-lib a little bit and give my character some emotion.
Yeah, yeah, I remember. He was more profane than I am, Phil. Much more profane.
But how was he profane?
Fuck you!
Fuck you! I'm sure they used it back then.
I'm sure so too. You know,
it just wasn't used as widely. You know.
And when Gerhardt was rounding us up and hollering, "Hands up!" and no talking, if you had played what I was saying to him and he kept going back in his German accent saying no talking, I was really berating him. I was letting him know you're, you know.
I was surprised on Comcast when we checked it. We got a G rating. I was
really
shocked. Yeah, with that word, I couldn't believe it.
One funny moment was I was getting off the convoy, like the truck when the Germans were coming in. My backpack with the shovel got stuck, and I was trapped on there. So I'm all in character. Then all of a sudden I'm like, "All right, guys, get me off. Come on." It was really funny. The entire set laughed.
Snap!
We were pulling him out of the Jeep and he got caught up there like a cat. That's pretty nice.
I also enjoyed that part.
The night that the film was done, we wrapped, and I basically had a mental breakdown. I was like, oh my God, we don't have a movie. And I was sitting there eating dinner, and I remember because I think that there's some footage of this interview with Matt and Steve.
All right, the day's done, and Phil, how did the shoot turn out?
Unexpected, which is to be expected. It was actually.
Do explain.
The worst one. Hey, I'm joking, of course.
What were some of the setbacks that you had?
Are we gonna talk about positive stuff on here too? Because
Yep, we are.
Okay.
Basically, everything that could have went wrong. But at the same time, we worked through it. And I think that's the beautiful part of the film is that everything went wrong that could have went wrong, but we came together and like pushed through it. And when I got home and looked at the footage, I was like, there's a movie here. Yes. And cut it together, thought it was pretty cool. And next thing I know, it wins Best Undergraduate Film. And I was like, whoa. Whoa! I just ruined it. So yeah, Words of Atonement was a very memorable experience. I learned so much from that film, and I made so many good friends, so many good memories, and it just proved to me that when you have a good cast and crew behind you, anything's possible.
And there's one other thing I have to thank you very much for, is when I called you and asked you if you would dedicate the film for my adopted daughter. And then when I saw what you did with change the name around on the letter.
Dear Sarah.
That just blew me away. And I tell you what, that blew that young lady's mother away when she saw that. She was not expecting that. And neither was I, but I have to say thank you very much for that.
I was very pleased with how you took my input seriously. It really made me feel a part of it, because it's cliche, but being German, I'm like naturally controlling. so I really like to get involved in the stuff, and I felt like I was really contributing, and this is my first speaking role, the second film I was in, and I really felt welcome.
One of the upperclassmen says, "How did he do it?" Well, what do you mean, how did he do it? He didn't have a budget. And Doc and I both looked at the young man and said,
he fed us well.
That's basically what it was, food. And then you just got to know the right circles.
Right people who are...
And then he said to me, because when I told him how old I am, he says, well, how's it feel to work for somebody that's 19 years old? And I said, well, he's the boss. I got no problems with that. Man says go here, you go there. If man says go over there, you go over there. If he says go back to one, you go back to one.
And if
you
we
don't
bitch
argue
and
with
moan,
the
it's
man.
a soldier's right to bitch and moan.
Right.
It is.
But he was that young man was totally taking a cast.
Yep.
That you were able to do
what you did
without production and put it on screen
without paying somebody.
Without paying, without having a budget.
Not having a budget.
I just like to say it was a very high production value. It's very well done. I was very glad how it turned out. I was very surprised how we won awards, and it was even shown on Comcast.
At the end of that shot, I got a huge sense of accomplishment off of it.
Yeah,
I really did. It felt like we did something great, and we, it was tiring. It was, we were beat. We still had to get everything packed and home. It was a long day, but it felt good afterwards. It really did. It felt like we were doing something worthwhile.
I had a really good time on set. I thought it was nice. This is something we come out and do. I would be part of a film. Get a chance to. We're always looking for a chance to dust off our uniforms. We don't get a whole lot of opportunities, but I really enjoyed the set, and I really enjoyed being part of it.
I couldn't have been more proud. Knew when we wrapped at the end of the day they'd be an award-winning film, but the way how it was so well received down in college, proudest moment in a long time.
It was just a lot of fun.
It was a fun
absolute
day.
Fun, full day. Sure, you get a little annoyed.
You were tired and shit afterwards.
Yeah, you get a little annoyed with some of the things, but that's life.
But you're old. You're allowed to get annoyed.
You're allowed to get annoyed.
I mean you, buddy.
I'm going to hit him with a pole.
And just the whole thing was fun.
I want them to take away how hard we worked on it and the fact that there were so many young people involved.
I kind of just learn a lot, from it's just it's just a different experience every time. Really, it's very different every single time. It was very very fun.
I'm glad to be a part of it. Probably the best production I was a part of, and hopefully there's more to come in the future.
What other parts would I like to talk about? I think I had enough long-winded answers to describe everything, but yeah, it was just an incredible experience because, like I said before, it shouldn't have happened, and the fact that it did happen is just a testament to everyone's talent and skill and devotion to making the movie.
So the next time we do something like that, we don't park our cars around so the cameras pick them up either.
Bright blue trucks.
A bright blue truck there. I wonder who belongs to that.
Gary and K-Mike interview?
What the hell was that?
That's the cheap man's clapboard.
So now we're cheap, right?
We're just on a budget. That's all.
We're in the props and equipment shop.
Yeah, that is pretty bad. No, that's okay.
I mean, come on. The clapboard's what? 20 million away.